be followed by China.
Thank you, co-chairs. Let me first congratulate you, distinguished co-chairs, on your appointment as the co-chairs of the working group. I also like to thank the Ambassador of Ghana and the Ambassador of Slovakia for their important leadership at the last session. Indonesia associates itself with the statement by Algeria on behalf of the non-aligned movement. I will be delivering the short version of our statement. The full version will be submitted and be made accessible in the UN Journal. Distinguished co-chairs, my delegation has always been a strong supporter of multilateralism and the United Nations. We believe that the revitalization of the work of the General Assembly is a critical component of the comprehensive reform of the UN. Allow me to highlight the following points. First, the General Assembly needs to take stock of lessons learned during the COVID-19 pandemic. Among the good practices that have been established in the UN during this pandemic are the adoption of the General Assembly's Decision 74/4544 and 75/510, which enable the adoption of essential decisions when holding of in-person meeting is not possible. My delegation also welcomes and look forward to the upcoming briefing from the Secretary General on the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic to UN works as mandated by Resolution 74/303. Second, we need to ensure transparency and inclusivity in all the decision-making processes in the UN. The strength of the General Assembly lies in its inclusivity and representativeness. The legitimacy of the Assembly's decision should be continued to be anchored on these pillars. During the pandemic, we have seen the rise of virtual consultations and negotiation. My delegation notes that countries are adjusting in a strikingly different pace and manner. Even to this day, we are still figuring out ways to ensure smooth and unimpeded virtual participation, including participation from the capitals. This situation raises the question of effectiveness and efficiency, and I acknowledge the measures being continuously taken by the Office of the PGA and the Secretariat to meet our needs. Key to addressing these challenges is to ensure that member states are properly informed of ongoing developments and have a sense of ownership of the processes that are in place. In this context, regarding the process of electing the Secretary General, Indonesia would like to stress the importance of ensuring transparency and inclusivity and fidelity with the GA Resolution 69/321. Third, we need to ensure that the UN is delivering on its mission and strengthening its effectiveness. My delegation believes that overcoming such challenges goes far beyond a high volume of agendas, meetings, and high-level events, but rather the emphasis on implementing our commitments and achieving our deliverables. The working group should therefore suggest how to improve synergy, coherence, and complementarity among the agendas of the Assembly and its main committees, the ECOSOC and statutory bodies, as well as interaction with the Security Council. My delegation supports the streamlining and rationalizing of the number of high-level events and side events. Events involving our leaders and ministers should be carefully designed to deliver concrete and coherent deliverables for our peoples. Less can be more. We have to focus on quality, not quantity, to allow our leaders and ministers to deliberate and deliver on issues of great significance. Proposals for high-level and side events during the high-level week should be carefully vetted by the General Assembly, perhaps by using criteria such as whether a proposed event has any direct contribution to the agenda of the General Assembly. My delegation also views with concern that the UN disarmament machinery has been hampered partly by the issue of visas. All member states have to work together to ensure the General Assembly and its subsidiaries can convene and focus on substantial matters. With the increasing activities and complexities of issues at hand, Indonesia supports the strengthening of the Office of the PGA including financial support from the regular UN budget, additional permanent staffing, and staff secondment from permanent missions. Distinguished co-chairs, let me close by assuring Indonesia's support and cooperation on stewarding productive outcomes of the working group. Thank you.
Doy gracias al distinguido representante